Welcome to KPC Smart Money with Kevin and Karen Christ. We got a fun topic today. And, summer's coming back. And if you have children who are young, still in the house, you want to encourage them to maybe take on some odd jobs, get a little savings tucked away for those fun things that they want to do. So we're just going to throw out some ideas of appropriate ages and potential jobs. Right, Kevin?
That's right.
And
so what's the first one?
Well, the first one is for your really young ones, okay? Let's just say ages 5 to 8. Come on, how many times have you passed a lemonade stand and you see some cute little kids out there and their little money jar? Do you stop? Well, I do. Okay, I stop.
Even if the lemonade doesn't taste very good.
It doesn't.
If it's,
I know.
It's you just makes you feel good for doing it. I mean, they took the initiative to do it. They're learning something. It's just a good thing to do. But you know what, Karen? Do you remember there was some, I don't know, I mean it was in California or somewhere, but the city came and tried to close the little kids down because they didn't have a permit?
Oh, that's absurdity. I mean, but hey, listen, a basic lemonade stand. Here's what you're learning. You're learning basic math. You're learning how to count money. You're learning how to make change. You're, by the way, under pressure, right? Understanding supply chain. You figure the kids are going to figure out if their lemonade is overpriced or underpriced, and they're going to be dealing with the general public, learning customer service
and how to communicate with people.
Right. It's wonderful experience. So, or how about doing some chores for family and neighbors? I don't know about you growing up, but if I wanted any extra money, my parents were going to find chores. They just didn't hand out money. You had to earn it. You know what? It was a good thing to learn. And you can do chores for your family, or maybe find some odd job that you can do in the neighborhood. You can talk about Kira.
Yeah. Did you send her?
Yes, I did.
$4 to sell? I thought this was a genius.
Yeah.
So we've got a high school girl. She may be, but she's probably high school or upper middle school.
No, probably upper middle school.
Yeah. But she's trying to earn a trip to Rome over the summer, and she put a little flyer on everybody's mailbox, which I'm not sure is exactly legal, but she put a little flyer on everybody's mailbox introducing herself, saying, I'm trying to win a trip to Rome or finance a trip to Rome or whatever. And I will take your trash out for you and put your trash
to the curb.
Yeah,
right.
To the curb. And then I will, once it's emptied, I'll put the trash cans back where you want them for $4 a week. And you can just use Zelle to pay me.
And you jumped on it.
I loved it.
I know.
I thought it was great. And you know what? How many high school kids can have a part-time or think of something like that and get and the end result a trip to Rome? That kid's going somewhere.
Right.
I just love that.
Well, think about it. At $4, if she even gets 10 neighbors, she's making $40 a week, $160 a month. Now, if she's got 20 people, she's making $320 a month. And what's it taking her?
So I want to tell you
minutes.
I want to tell you a secret though. Her mother is helping. She has a route. So a lot of people took her up on it. And I see her mother driving around and she puts the trash cans back. I've seen her do it.
That's great.
She puts the trash cans back and then mom takes her to the next house. And I saw her stop at several houses down our street. So she's I think little Kira's doing pretty well.
Yeah, so that's just something to do for that younger ages. Now,
hey, I got another one. So when I the funny story. So my father, when I was growing up, we had a guy wound up being a postman, and we played Little League baseball together. His name was Mike Krajic. And Mike, my dad started calling him $4 Mike, because he was mowing our lawn every week for $3, and he sent out a newsletter to all of his clients, customers or whatever, and it said, due to the price of gas and what wear and tear on my lawnmower, I am forced to
increase prices to $4.
To $4. So ever since then, he was no longer Mike Krajic. He was $4 Mike. But we kept his services, and I'm sure Mike. Mike was in high school when he started that, and he made a business out of it.
Yeah, well.
Right? But so anyway, okay. So here's another one, and I did this babysitting.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I had a friend. It was a girl, and I think I was only in probably about 7th grade. And she said, "Hey, look, these people I babysit all the time. I can't do it this Friday night because I'm going to a skating party or something." And they asked if I had a friend that could do it. Do you want to do it? Guess what I got paid?
That long ago, I have no idea. $10.
50 cents an hour. Yeah, but it was great. They said, it was a little baby that was in a crib and slept the whole time. I never saw the baby, never had to do anything. All I did was watch TV and raid the refrigerator for about 4 hours, and I got $2.
There you go.
So there's one. What else?
Well, besides, how about pet sitting or pet walking? Do you know how many people that work and it's really hard to find a good, trusted person who will just come walk their dog once a day or even twice a day or, pet sitting? Believe me, finding a younger kid, a preteen or teenager that will come and take care of your animals beats putting them in a kennel, right?
Yeah, for sure. No question about it. Well, we have our neighbor, our old assistant, right? Liz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Her daughter, she brings the daughter over, but when we go on vacation, she comes and makes sure the cats have food and, cleans the litter box and all that stuff.
Yeah, and plays with them.
Right?
And I love
plays
it.
with them. That's a big deal.
Yeah, I love it that we can go away and we know that the cats are taken care of.
Okay. What about tutoring younger students? If you're like maybe your ages 13 to 15, right? And in some little Johnny needs help with his math or whatever. Maybe he got a C on his report card and mom's looking for an older kid to help Johnny with his times tables or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So, having subject expertise and communication and teaching skills can, help in that area. Now, here's the next one's about $4 Mike.
Yeah, just, again, lawn mowing and gardening services. Again, people are busy. They may not have all the tools required, but to just go cut somebody's shrubs, to, mow their lawn.
Shrubs. How much would you pay some kid in the neighborhood to trim the shrubs?
Yeah, no kidding. And then they learn how to price their services. They're learning how to manage expenses. They're building a client base, a lot like our neighbor who's doing this trash removal does. It's great.
Okay. Now, let's say you move up to ages 16 to 18. Now, I remember I had my first job at a retail place. It was at Mr. Donut. And I went from 50 cents an hour babysitting all the way up to $1 an hour.
Ooh, 100% raise.
So what happened was I told my father, I said, Dad, all my friends have surfboards. I want you to get me a surfboard. And he goes, why don't you just get a job and get your own surfboard? And so I heard there was a kid in our neighborhood that worked at the Mr. Donut, and they said they were looking for somebody to work like early in the morning, like before school.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was making $1 an hour, and after a while of doing that, I was able to buy a used Surfboards Hawaii twin fin.
There you go.
So there are some companies that will hire somebody as young as 16. I think most of them want you to be 18. But think of what you'd learn. More customer service skills, cash handling, budgeting, managing your earnings, all of those things.
Yeah, I remember I wanted a tennis racket once. And so you know what my mom's chore was in order to get me a tennis racket? We lived in a 6-bedroom colonial house and with windows in every bedroom and I had to wash the insides and the outsides of every stinking window
for a
with
tennis
vinegar
racket?
And water.
For a tennis racket?
For a tennis racket, yeah.
Slave drivers. I'll have to talk to your mother about that.
Well, and maybe you've got, kids who are real creative. What about freelance work like photography or graphic design? Taking a skill and turning it into an income is a fantastic skill. But Kevin, we're almost out of time. Can you think of any other fun summer jobs that you ever had?
Well, I was gonna say, I
did lifeguarding.
I was gonna say,
that was fun.
Well, in the summertime, in high school, I was a lifeguard once at a lake, and once at a municipal pool. So, yeah, but you have to take. Well, you took the lifeguard.
Sure I did.
Obviously,
Yeah.
You have to take the course,
Right.
the Red Cross lifeguard training.
Yeah.
And there was an advanced training I never took where they taught you CPR and all that. Did you take
I took that
one?
one. Yeah.
It was called WSI, Water Safety Instructor.
Yeah, I took that. I passed it.
That was the next.
And I was small. I'm little.
Yeah.
They like throwing you in a pool and trying to save some like 6 foot, 200-pound dude.
Yeah. Can you still do the cross chest
Sure
carry?
can.
You remember that?
Can you do the dive down, grab their knees, twist around so they don't drown you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember all that stuff. But, get creative with your kids. And it doesn't have to be strenuous labor. It should be fun. I think part of this is you need to make it fun. You need to give them the confidence as they're saving up money. And then they realize, wow, this money I saved, I'm actually buying something I want. Those are all exceptional skills. And I think I think it's going a little bit by the wayside these days. And I don't think it should. I think these are really important things for your children to learn. And you know what? Start them young. Doesn't have to be when they can get a car and drive. We gave you lots of examples of starting young, and it can be around the house. It can be neighbors. It can be simple. But whatever you do, make it fun and make it rewarding for them.
I think that some kids just don't, want to do it. And I don't know about making you do a whole house full of windows just to get a tennis racket, but I think it helps kids to be able to have to earn something, right? And to be able to have a job. I know Kara worked at the Pakistani restaurant, remember?
Oh, she always had jobs. And then the pizza place. And then Rachel was nannying from the time she was 11 or 12.
She did that for like 6 years.
Yeah.
Remember, all the way up into college.
Oh, yeah. And she did. Made it. Yeah. So anyway, all that to say, summer's coming and you can have fun and give your kids something, be creative with them, something that they can earn money so that, again, they feel confident about earning money, saving money, buying the things that they want, and their skills that are going to benefit them for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
So you are listening to Kevin and Karen. This is KPC Smart Money, and it was so good to be able to chat with you today.
KPC Financial Solutions is an independent financial services firm that utilizes a variety of investment and insurance products. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through KPC Financial Solutions, LLC, a registered investment company. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any reference to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing carrier. This podcast is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should be construed as advice designed to meet the particular needs of an individual situation. KPC Financial Solutions is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during the show shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein provided by third parties have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by KPC Financial Solutions. Hypothetical examples have been provided for illustrative purposes only. It does not represent a real-life scenario and should not be construed as advice designed to meet the particular needs of an individual's situation.